Welcome all of you to this session. Now we'll be discussing one of the homework questions which I had mentioned in the last class. Also, two or three that is from the unsolved part we'll be doing it. Clear? Now we move on to the Blue Jay, and if you have any doubts, please continue asking me. And please watch the videos then and there. Don't keep it for later session. Okay? So we shall move on with the Blue Jay.
In your exercise, your first question is asking you to input a sentence and display the number of words and letters present in a string. Clear? That is your first problem in your exercise. What are you going to do here is you have to input a sentence and you have to tell how many letters are present. You're assuming that there are no special characters and numbers, but we are checking whether it is a letter only. You count the number of letters. Clear? So you're going to accept the string here in dot next line, and then you're going to find the length of the string. After you find the length of the string, you're going to accept each character from that string and check whether it is a vowel. If it is a vowel, I will keep a character, letter, a particular integer L, and I keep incrementing L++. Clear? So that is what this portion does. How will you find out if it is a word? You know, when we differentiate it as a word when there is a space before it, right? So if I say hello, that means it is only a word. That means there is no space. If I say hello, how, means there is a space between hello and how. Since there is one space, I understand there are two words. So how many our spaces are there plus 1 will give you the number of words. So I have created a variable called W to keep track of how many spaces are there. And what I have done is how many of spaces I got plus 1 will give me the number of words. Okay. So I'll just run this program for you and then I'll just show you. So you can see here, I type hello and I press enter. It says number of letters is 5 and number of words is 1. Clear? So similarly, if I give, for example, say let me run the program with the say here hello. Fine. So I get here it is number of letters is 9 and number of words is 2. Clear? So this is how I will find out how many letters, how many words are there. So now I'll just go with the program. Now here scanner class, you have the scanner class and then you have enter a string str is equal to in dot next line. So you got what is the length, right? Then you're going into CHR to find extract each character, and in each character you're checking is it a space. If it is a space, what I will do, I will go for W++. Now again we'll go with the same program. So here I type good morning. You can see here. So here I will run the for loop starting from good till G. And what I will do is that I will find it in the length. And here for I is equivalent to 0, I less than pi plus plus, what I am going to do is I'll extract each character. So CHR I will have G. First it starts with G. and then it comes and checks whether is it a space. It is not a space, so this if loop will not work. Goes into the next if loop. It checks is it a character. Condition is true, so it becomes L plus plus. So L from 0 it has become 1. Then again it goes into the I plus plus, looks for O. Here it is not a space, but it is a letter, so L plus plus keeps on continuing. When it comes to this space, we'll see what happens. Here you have a CHR, it is a space, right? This condition is true. Only then it comes to W plus plus, it says W plus plus means it is 0, it becomes 1, right? And then when it comes to is it a letter, it is not a letter, so L plus plus will not get incremented. Now I have W as from 0 it has incremented to 1. Then again it goes and checks with MORNING, and then all these are letters, so L plus plus keeps on incrementing, but W plus remains the same. So in W I have got 1. Once I complete the for loop, when I come out, I will print how many are there in L, and the number of words I got W as 1. Onto that I am going to add 1, because you know when there are one space, that means 2 words are there. So you get W plus 1, so 1 plus 1 I get it as 2. So I conclude saying number of letters is 11 and number of words is 2. Clear? So what we have used is, you have used an if loop to find out if it is a space, you are incrementing W, and if it is a letter, you are incrementing L. L is for letter and W is for word. And finally, when it is letters, you are just displaying L as such, but for words I am saying W plus 1, because when you have no space, then it is one word. If you have one space, it is 2 words, you know. So that is why I have given here plus 1. Clear? Hope you are getting this question. Try to do it yourself, only then you will understand. Now we are going to the second question. Write a program to accept a word or a string and display the new string after removing the vowels from it. You have to remove all the vowels. Clear? How will you remove all the vowels? Means you have to enter the string, and you have to find out if it is a vowel, then you have to remove it from the original string. Clear? So now what I am going to do here is, I am going to have a string called str, where I take it from the user, and I am having another string str1, where I will have the string without the vowels. Clear? I'll run the program. I shall show you. So I have given computer applications. Clear? And I press enter. You can see here, from the string computer applications, all the vowels are removed and you get the output as CM, PTR, PPL, all that. Right? Now, this is your str and this is your str1. Clear? So what I am going to do is, I am going to run the for loop from C till S. I am going to run this for loop from the beginning till the end, and wherever I find a vowel, okay, I will not put it into the new string. Wherever I find it is not a vowel, I am putting it into the new string. Now if you could see, when I run a for loop from C till this S, I extract C from here. Once I extract C from here, it is not a vowel, so I am putting it into the new string after converting it. When it is O is a vowel, so I am not putting it into the new string. M is not a vowel, so I am putting it into the new string. So wherever I get vowels, the vowels are not put into the new string. So how do you go and find out? So for this, basically when questions come on vowels, few things you have to keep in mind. If in the question they have not told convert it into uppercase or lowercase, nothing is specifically mentioned in the question, then we can convert it into our own case, whichever case we feel it easy. So what I have done is, why we are doing this is, when I say vowels, it is A, E, I, O, U, and you know Java is case sensitive. In that case, you have to check for both small letter vowels as well as capital letter vowels. You know there are 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U. So you have to check for 5 small letter and 5 capital letter. So it is your coding will become lengthier. So what I will do is, whatever the user types, that I am converting into uppercase. So that is what I have told here. str, you are taking it from the user, and then I am saying str is equivalent to str dot to uppercase. So what happens, whatever the user has typed in, that will be converted into uppercase. And so now this computer applications which the user has typed, actually it is stored in the uppercase. Clear? So if you want, I can just display that string for you. System and this, I'll just copy it and then I'll just show you here. Now the new string which is converted, the converted case can be displayed here. I'll just run this program again for you. Okay, so again let me compile it. And after compiling it, and I am running the program again. So you can see here. So I just type computer applications. Okay, and you can see the converted string from the smaller case, it has converted into the uppercase. And now I am going to work on this uppercase, computer applications, which is in the uppercase. So I have done str, str I have accepted in smaller case. The same str is replaced with the uppercase. And then I have just written the statement just to show you only. This is not actually required. Clear? Then only I will find the length. I am finding the length. So I got the length. Now I am running my for loop. In my for loop, what am I doing? I am going to extract each character. So now I extracted C and I am checking whether it is A, E, I, O, U. So C is not equivalent to A, condition is true. Not equivalent to E, condition is true. Not equivalent to I, not equivalent to O, not equivalent to U. So all these conditions are true. Since in your AND, if all conditions are true only, your AND will return true. Since all conditions are true, it comes here str1 is equivalent to str1 plus chr. So what happens? Now in my SCHR, I have capital C. So that capital C is stored in str1. Clear? So my str1 contains this capital C. Again, your for loop continues. It goes to I++. In your I++, you have capital O. In capital O, when it comes here, not equivalent to A, condition is true. Not equivalent to E, condition is true. Not equivalent to I, condition is true. But not equivalent to O, condition is false. And not equivalent to U, condition is true. You have 4 truths and 1 false. Since 4 truths and 1 false and it is an AND operator, your condition is false. Since condition is false, it will not come into this line. So what happens? Your O is not going to be added into str1. You are just discarding it. So again the control goes to I++. Now you have M, capital M. Now when you come into M, M is not a vowel. So the control comes here and now in str1 already you have C. Onto C you are adding capital M. So this continues till this S, till the end of the string. And finally, when you come out of your for loop, you are going to just display what is in str1. So in str1, you have the string without the vowels. Clear? You must think about these two things. Not equivalent to A. Not equivalent to A means I cannot give OR here because any one condition is true, it will return true for OR logical operator. So since I have to satisfy all these 5 conditions, then only you will say AND. So that is why I have used AND and I have told str1 is str1 plus ch. Okay, so this is a basic question and it's also an important question as far as section B is concerned. So whenever you're working with vowels, if nothing is specified, what you can do is you can convert it. If I am using a lowercase, if I say str2 lowercase, here what should I do? Instead of capital A, capital E and all that, I should check with Small a, small e, small I, small o and small u you have to check with. Clear? So this is how your second question is working on. If you have any doubts, do ask me. Now we go the third question. In your third question, you are asked to accept a name. Okay, it contains 3 words and then display the initials. Similar program we had done from the solved questions. If you could remember, it was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, and we got it as M.K. Gandhi. We got M.K. Gandhi. Here instead of that dot, we want a space, right? And the last instead of Gandhi, we want there it is G only. Clear? That is what this question is asking you to do. Let me run the program for you, then I shall explain how the program works. So here your question says Lal Krishna Advani. Fine. So let me also type that so that you understand what is happening. Lal Krishna Advani. Okay. So you can see here from Lal Krishna Advani you are taking L, K and A. That is from the earlier what we did was we said L dot K dot and Advani. Advani the full thing came out, but here you are not taking the full thing, you are just taking only A from Advani and you are not using dots there, you are just giving instead of dots you are giving space there. Clear? So this program is similar to what we did in the 5th or the 6th solved question. So anyway, I'll just tell you what is the changes you're going to make here. Okay. So ST is the string where you are accepting it from the user. Clear? And here you don't require this SN because SN earlier we did to take it the last word, so we don't want SN here. Then ST1 is the new string with L, K and A. So enter the full name, you're taking this ST equivalent to in dot next line. So you have accepted Lal Krishna Advani. I have already told you if you want the first letter from a word, you should have a space before that. Since the user has not given a space, what we are doing is we are inserting a space here. That is why ST is equivalent to space plus ST. Now you can see this is what I had entered and this is what is stored in the memory. You can see a difference here. There is a space here between Lal which you did not enter, but in my coding I have told ST is equivalent to space plus ST, so that's why this space is given here. Okay, and you should also remember only after you provide space to the string, then only you have to go with then finding out the length. Otherwise what will happen, the space will not be included for length, so altogether it will go wrong. So if you are giving a space either in the front or at the back of the string, only after all that modifications only you have to find the length of the string. So now I have found the length of the string, it is in P. Now I go with the for loop for I is 0, I less than P, I plus plus, and I am taking CHR. So what will be in my first time I is 0, when I is 0 this is a space, so I get a space here and then I am checking if CHR is equivalent to space. If it is a space, what I am doing, the normal earlier program what did we do, what is the next letter to the space. Clear? So ST1 plus ST dot caret of I plus 1. What is I plus 1? I plus 1 denotes L. So that you are going to store it into ST1. So in your ST1 you have this small letter L. Plus you are also concatenating a space here. So you get L and a space. So this is what is found in your ST1. Clear? Then again it goes to A. The control goes to L. This L, it comes and checks in CHR. Now you have small l. Is it equivalent to space? Condition is false. So again it goes to I plus plus. So next I will have this position of A. Is it equivalent to space? No. Then it will have next L. This is also not equivalent to space. But when it comes here it is a space. So since CHR is a space, what happens? ST1 is equivalent to ST1 plus. Already what is in ST1? Already you have L plus this much. Onto it, what are you adding? I plus 1. Where was my I? My I was here. So plus 1. Plus 1 indicates this K. So K plus again a space is added. So I get K plus. So already I had L space. onto it I am adding, and now my ST1 will be L space K space. Clear? And then again your for loop continues with K, R, I, S, H, N, A. So all these conditions are false. Then it comes to this space. When it comes to this space, condition is true, it takes I plus 1. So it takes A here. So now A plus space. So you are adding A plus space. So finally, and when it comes to the end of the for loop, you are displaying ST1. So once you finish your for loop, you are coming and then you are saying initials, and you are displaying what is present in ST1. Clear? So this is, I am not going in detail because already this program was explained for you as your solved question 5th one. Clear? So now you should have understood how this program works. Now the same thing they have given, that is question number 8 in your textbook is the same question, but here what they have done is they don't want the space here. They want it continuously LKA. Others remains all the same. So what you will do, what is the modification you will do? The modification you will do is you will not have this part of your coding. This concatenation operator will not be there. If this concatenation operator is not there, what will happen? You will get L, K, A without spaces. So this is what they want in your 8th question. So 8th question will remain your homework. You will be doing the 8th question as your homework. You will try to do it yourself. Clear? So now we have shown you 3 questions, exercise questions, 3 questions I have shown you. So I think the 3 questions is easy for you. Now I'll give you 3 questions for your homework. Your 6th question. Your 6th question is asking you to accept a word and display the ASCII code of each character. So how will you display the ASCII code? I'll just give you the logic. You will accept a word from the user. You will find the length of the word, and after that you will run a for loop. You will take each character, and immediately after you accept each character, you will find int of that particular character. So you get the ASCII code. This you will run till the end of that particular word inside your for loop. So that is the answer for your 6th question. Your 7th question is asking you to accept a string in uppercase. So you have to mention system.out.println, enter a string, and you should mention there in uppercase, and replace all the vowels present in the string with asterisks. So same way you will find out if it is an asterisk, what you will do, you will have another character CHR. In CHR you will have asterisks. So you will concatenate that with asterisks. Otherwise you will go naturally like we did in our 2nd question. Clear? So that you will try to do it yourself. Then 8th question, write a program in Java to enter a sentence, frame a word by by joining all the first characters of each word of the sentence, display the word. So here they have given vital information resource undersea, and they have formed a word called virus from this big sentence. Okay, so the same thing I just showed you now in this program. So this 3 will remain homework for you. Question number 6, question number 7, and question number 8. One more thing I would like to tell you is, once you look into these videos, please don't close your book and go. Take your notebook, write the program yourself in your rough book. See if it is the same as what I have given as the coding. See you are getting the output. If you are getting the output, only then you close your subject. Otherwise, learn it. Only 3 or 4 programs per day I am teaching you, that you have to learn. There is no other go. Otherwise, you will find it very difficult at the end how to cope up with all these programs. Okay, it's not so easy as other subjects where you only by heart. Here by hearting will not work. Clear? So you must know all the programs, all the functions properly, only then you can write it in the coding. Okay, so hope you have understood these 3 questions, and the 3 questions remain as your homework. 6, 7 and 8 remain your homework. So in the next class, when you come before the video, make sure that your 3 questions are complete in the notebook. Okay then, bye, take care, please meet in the next session.